Everybody has a thing that they have to overcome in life, and my thing was diabetes. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 36 years old. No family history and no warning, so it was clearly a shock. I was confused, I was scared, but more than anything I was angry because I worked so hard to be healthy, ate right, exercised all the time. And the overwhelming feeling that I had when I was diagnosed was that I didn't want to let this disease limit my life. I didn't want to let it affect my family at all. And I thought if I could possibly do something extraordinary in the face of diabetes that will serve as a positive role model for my sons, inspire other kids with diabetes, I thought that would be great. So that's when I decided to become an Ironman triathlete. Right after I was diagnosed and I was actually able to get my arms around the fact that I do now have this disease and this isn't a bad dream, I actually started to feel lucky that I didn't have to deal with this as a child. And pretty much everything that I do is to inspire and motivate and help children who struggle with diabetes. And I get asked to speak at diabetes camps a lot, and that's a great experience because these kids kind of look up to me and it gives me a chance to show them the things that you can do in the face of diabetes. And I thought the best way to inspire somebody is to do something extraordinary, because if it was easy, nobody would care and nobody would be inspired. And the fact that up until that point in my life, I had never done a triathlon before, I didn't own a bike, hadn't been on one since I was a kid, and I didn't know how to swim, Ironman seemed like the biggest stretch that I could do. In the last 5 years, I've probably done about 30 triathlons total, 7 full Ironman. The biggest challenge I face, not only during a race but also with training, is managing my blood sugar. Because what happens when you're exercising, your body is more efficient at using the insulin. You give yourself insulin to lower your blood sugar. But when you're exercising, what happens is your muscle cells become more receptive, and there's the issue of your blood sugar actually going too low. But you don't know how low, and you don't know at what pace, and you don't know how far into a workout that your blood sugar is going to start coming down. So managing blood sugar while I'm working out and having carbs to get through the workout has been the biggest challenge, and the only way I've been able to do that up until recently is by pricking my finger to get my blood sugar test. I may test my blood sugar 70, 80 times during a full Ironman because I don't feel the normal, just sitting here right now, if my blood sugar went low, I would feel it. But I don't feel it when I'm exercising. Those feelings get masked. So the only way to know for sure what my blood sugar is and kind of where I'm going or where I'm coming from is to just keep testing, and that can get pretty annoying when you're on the bike at 20 miles an hour or trying to run a marathon. Lately, I've been thinking more about continuous glucose monitoring, and I figured if the technology is better than where it's been, that maybe I should give it a try, because the biggest thing for me during training and racing is trending, because I can prick my finger and see that my blood sugar is 120 or 220 or 180, but that doesn't tell me where it's coming from or where it's going, and that's really important during training. So the ability to look at a device, whether it's on my pump or the Dexcom unit, and see a trend, that's extremely helpful. And it's not just a trend, it's where you've been, and arrows showing you, are you rapidly on your way up, are you pretty stable? So that to me is the most important part about the Dexcom system. And just being on it for a week and the training that I've done in the last week, I found this to be so unbelievable. I can't believe I wasn't on it sooner. I know that sounds like a commercial, but for 5 years or 4 years I've been saying, oh, I'm fine, I can just prick blood from my finger 70 times, that's not a big deal. But to have this device, especially when I'm on the bike, that I don't have to fumble for a strip and a lancing device, I can just pull this thing out of a little kind of bento box I have on the frame of my bike and look at it and see what my blood sugar is, and look at it I can continuously look at it if I had to. Same thing with running. I did a couple of runs this past week, and while I'm running, I have it in my hand, I just press the button and it tells me what my blood sugar is and where my blood sugar is going. And I still can't believe, as efficient as I was, that I was doing it the way I was.